Hey guys, good morning. Vampire Elich reporting in. Haven't even slept that much, maybe 6 hours, but Vampire me is uneasy with this upside down schedule. We have a clan Skryre campaign going on here. Not really anything special, just a little bit science going on. We're not expanding much, we're just doing whatever we want, building undercities.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What
Yoo-hoo.
the hell?
Thanks, Agon. Hey, Adris. How long did you play your Empire campaign? How many turns? Did you notice any differences with that mod you were using? Well, I noticed some of these things, Adris, for sure. Some of these changes they do with the updates, it's almost like, what's that word I use? Half-assed. Because, they run out of time, they have to release the thing. Okay, we're helping Clan Nation to become a big power in the east. We're building undercities. We're trying to see if Campaigner and Lone Wolf work. So far they don't work. They don't work. Stayed in the beginning mostly scanned by the area, build the undercities around. And then I went to travel to get tic-tac-toe movement range trait. And after that went for Nagashizer. These two settlements they begin as ruins at the beginning of the campaign. And I actually posted a suggestion, more like, talking out of just randomly, on Reddit post, Blood of Hobo, if you haven't seen the post. I think these two ruins, Vlad should start here, Desolation of Nagash, the one Carstens, so Vlad or Isabella. Even it would take him a lot of turns to get to Nagashizer, which would be a ruin. It would take many turns to get a tier 5 settlement here. And then still build a lot of turns to get a great host from Nagashizer. Blood in kind of set of the game is broken. That faction does not work. The vampires in general are broken right now because the Empire is got out of control with their balance of power now to resolve. It would be nice if one Carstens would start here at Desolation of Nagash. Quite a bit of things to do here. You can fight Skaven, Dwarves, Tomb Kings. You're even close to Greenskins and the Lizard. Oh, Ikirklo is here, and I'm thinking of going at to surprise the Karazakarak there. Let's see. Zubar is also out of control here. These days, this is pretty standard from my experience. Reichland, Lothar, Karazakarak, some random fort faction, and then a minor dwarf faction top 5. Until the dwarves confederate them and they become, the absolute stomping force. Zubar has been bullying vampires and they've been bullying the greenskins at the same time. And look at this, it's taking all this area here. Well, the dwarves had 2 settlements and 4 armies, and then they confronted Clan Angrund, and they all of a sudden become a superpower. Notice how I said superpower with only like 8-9 settlements. It's a surprise the Black Rock still holds, but it's not gonna be for long. They're about to take it.
Harness to the power.
Managed to actually save Galen's Graveyard by harassing that army there. Okay, let's see what's happening here.
Tyrion.
So funny thing is, I blown up Lothar. There was an army inside Lothar when I blown it up, and since then Lothar has gone even stronger. I raised the capital of the High Elves. It's been a few turns now. There was an army inside the city. Poof, poof. And what has happened? Lothern has gotten even more powerful in the meantime, without their capital. Just start the game, boys. Start the games with High Elves.
Contract approved.
Probably just wasted gold there blowing up Lothern, but it made me feel better. That's all that matters.
Move.
I want the clan nation to be strong. I want them to control most of this area here. They're basically helping Skaven take over here. The clan Morse is doing good, which is a little bit surprising. I didn't support them that much, but I've been supporting clan nation in their expansion here. We are defensive allies with clan nation, and we can confederate, but we will not confederate. This is not a game of managing a large empire. It's about being the invisible hand that guides the evil powers against the broken order powers while building the undercities and just minding your own business every turn. Home. Gameblight is fully built up, and there's another army here. We got Shit Wizard, Master
Warlock
Warlock
of Skryre.
Warlock Master, and he's been defending Gameblight. If there's an army in Gameblight like this, nobody will be able to take it. Eventually, they might pile up more invasions, but it should be fine here. With Quartermaster and Mine on Mine, it will generate enough money to keep us up. I'm not a fan of Ruin lore, especially when you have such powerful campaign skills. It's not worth taking these skills. In an army like this, your focus is Plague lore anyways. The Ruin lore is more like, you know, let's try to do damage while we, you know, dying at the same time. Doesn't really fit that much. There's some situational stuff, but Plague lore supports the artillery strategy, firepower strategy, so the Ruin lore is not really used in the army that much. We have Mine on Mine. I like this skill a lot. After Quartermaster, this is the moneymaker.
Holy shit! What the hell?
Blastmaster engineering skill, all we need for the firepower army, and War Smart is also all we need. And funny thing, this is the weakest veteran range skill in the game. I guess we'll make him a little bit better at harassment. We need missile resistance, we need magic resistance, resistance in general. We can get sneaky and we can get a Warforged armor. He's running a Doom Wheel, so pretty good at harassing. We did some shenanigans. You can see with a couple of units defeated even much bigger force. The Doom Wheel Lords are incredible at harassment. That's what Doom Wheel is, it's a harassment unit. It's a combination of melee, range, speed, hit and run. Excellent at harassing. Hey John Philippe, you too. Thank you. You can use only one nuke per battle. No Mask of Fear. Mask of Fear is kinda useless. Kinda useless. Unless you're going for evasion or a filler, it's useless. It doesn't do anything. 8 seconds -4 leadership. That does not do anything. It's a melee skill. And we're not even supposed to them to get close. Plague Rash lowers the enemy speed. Just imagine this: you're shooting the enemy force, and what you wanna do? You wanna cast plague spells. You wanna bless with filth on your artillery. Your artillery will poison the enemies. They will be even slower, 24% slow. But at the same time, they will receive additional 12% slow. So every time they get hit by artillery and you cast bless with filth for 10 seconds. You can lower the moon by over 30%, and each time you cast a plague spell, you lower their vigor, so they get tired, more tired, or eventually they get exhausted and get even slower. As you obliterating them with all kinds of deadly range weapons, you want to keep stacking Plague Rash slowing the enemy so they don't reach you. Plague Plague lore or spells of plague is not only it's the best magic this can have. There's another single bad spell, and the Plague Rash supports their ranged energy. You can activate this pretty much for most of the fight by casting random spells. They don't have to do any effect. You're casting plague spells mainly to trigger Plague Rash. Anything else they give is just a bonus, because you don't want them to reach you. Other than sometimes Warp Lightning, if you know spot an opportunity, the Ruin Lore is pretty weak, because Plague Lore exists. Simple as that. This is not bad for a little bit more speed. I would like to see them move over 80%. The Eagle Claw has a jetpack, which makes him move faster, so he's better on Doomwheel. But you can get a Bend of Swiftness on these guys as well, which we haven't found yet. We need Bend of Swiftness and Alchemist for this guy. Right now, we should just make it a little bit more tank here. A bit more tank here, and then I will consider the fillers. I have a filler here, filler here, here. Probably unlock invasion. There's not many good spells left. Does need more speed. I don't know how the AI nukes work, Adrius, and if they actually build them or if they have a limit. But you know, the Clan Skryre usually doesn't live that long enough for me to get some kind of reading out of it. Evasion is great with the remaining skill points. Then we can consider some missile resistance, which is the best start for Doomwheel. Missile resistance and speed. Only have best arm for this guy. Armor of Destiny, of course, is better, but it's so incredibly rare and it fits better on a Plague Priest. Shield of Tolos is kind of like, second best.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit!
So I guess we'll get Evasion. We'll get Warp Lightning, Mask of Fear, 2 points in Howling Warp Gale, and 1 point in Death Frenzy. Scorch is too weak and Death Frenzy is situational. So just a filler here. Fillers are basically skills, which it's okay to waste them, because you don't have to pick anything else and you have to unlock the next skill. Like, perfect example of a filler: Lightning Strike towards Renowned and Feared, Missile Resistance, Magic Resistance. Mask of Fear is another filler, but it's kind of expensive to get Evasion. All these skills here are not needed. Howling Warp Gale could actually be good in some situations, so I guess this is not a filler. This is a very good spell, but if you don't need it, it's you waste skill points here. If you need it, you really need it. So you're gonna be happy to put points here. I just really said this area here of Ruin Lore. I think Death Frenzy should be cheaper, and the Scorch will actually do some damage. So I guess Evasion is the best thing we can get here. Melee defense and speed. And then Missile Resistance. And then we can consider more melee defense here. We only got all the campaign skills we need. We even have Security Lightning Strike. Yeah. Go for Evasion now. Warp Lightning is a strong filler. The second point in Warp Lightning. The second point of warp lighting is stronger than any other skill you can take here, with the exception of Arcane Conduit. But you have to get far through Arcane Conduit. So, the secret of the Ruin lore: put 2 points of warp lighting and forget about everything else. Use those skills somewhere else.
Warlock of Skaven Blight.
Okay, the main army left here, so we can attack the settlement. They build the walls pretty fast here. Pretty fast. Army on the left, army on the right, 50-50. We need a warlock engineer here. We're working on getting more warlock engineers.
Kill fight mode.
Ideal, we need 2 warlock engineers in the army. 3 are a bit overkill. And just confirms it with Wicked Claw. It's kinda a waste to put 3 engineers in a single army. 2 is optimal. And I stand by that. If we get army number 3, I'm probably gonna transfer one of the engineers from the main army. Top 5 hardest faction, in my opinion. Well, how many greens faction are there? 3? I'll put those 3 there.
Warlock Master.
And after that, anything that can count into control with the large dwarf and the emperor and the empire factions combined. I have not played Vampire Counts in the current set of the game, but at least the Vampire Counts have tools. They have some of the best replenishment, they have some of the best magic, and they have extremely powerful flying units. So I wouldn't put vampires are hard faction to play, even if you have to face with the large stuff there. More like, I was thinking more about like Norska, Beastman, Chaos, along those lines. Don't think that the weak Vampire AI makes the Vampires weak. Vampires are some of the most powerful factions in the game.
What orders?
They're trying different setups of unit composition for firepower, trying to find the right mix of units. I'm very happy with the mix of units we have currently on Wicked Claw, with the exception the 3 engineers are maybe a bit overkill. Instead of 3rd engineer, we could have another rattling guns or another mortar. As long as the core is fine, the last 2 units can be whatever. Core is basically 3 to 4 plagal catapults, 2 to 4 warp lightning cannons, 4 warp Giselles, you don't need more than 4, 1 or 2 rattling guns, absolute must a plague priest, absolute must 1 or 2 warlock engineers, and after that you could add extra mortars, extra warp lightning cannons, or another hero. Four catapults is a perfect number, especially with mortars in the army.
Our tail is yours. Poison wastewater. Warp lightning cannon.
3 warp lightning cannons might be perfect, considering 4 Giselles. Oh yeah, I still saw. mortars currently cause extra leadership penalty. So if they get hit by poison wind mortar and the black hole catapult at the same time, they lose 50 leadership. 50. Very effective against goblins, night goblins, and the peasants. Too effective in damage.
Warlock Master!
A bit too effective.
Council's command!
Still like my engineering this army. So we have range issues right now.
Yes! Yes! Yes, yes!
19 warp lightning cannons. Even if you're crazy for the warp lightning cannons, you never need more than 5 or 6. Trust me on this. With the existence of Giselles, even less.
We're ready!
Giselles, in a way, are even better than the warp lightning cannons because they're more flexible at the cost of range. So a combination of 2 is preferable.
Warlock Master!
Explosion damage 24. Armor piercing 3 regular. It's more about the poison from pestilent wind, which is not registered on the kills, but it's quite deadly to infantry units. The bigger the infantry units, the more deadly it is.
Obey! Yes! Yes! Quick! Fast! Charge! Stop! Warlock Master! Head moving! Rocky Dodgers! Bringing doom! Quick, quick, go! Warlock, move! Poison with water! I reach death! Horned rats will! I'm excellent! Reiki Shriek! Stab maim! Doing it! Horn rats will! Go, going! Plague priest! Unleash war pain! Smack! Move, Tails! Master Engineer! Clan Etching! Assassin order! Scurry, move!
Have a plague priest with summons and blessed field. Sometimes we're gonna need him.
Get your paws up!
As long as we are the one doing attacking, there is not a single arm in the game that can do anything against this. In other words, you have to screw it to, and you're gonna get punished then. You're always has to be on the attack, so you're scouting ahead always. Should scout. If you're not scouting, you're risking. If you're risking, you deserve to get punished. If you're always scouting and attacking, which is the Skaven way, then never should be surprised. They're the ones doing the surprise. Not another single arm in the game can do anything against that.
Ahoy, hoy!
Certainly not.
You're in Night Runner. Can I help you?
Jesus, man. How this... they can't lose battles when they have stuff like this. It's like, it's just not possible. Especially against shit factions like Greenskins. I mean, what can Greenskin do against this? So I can see the outdoors all every time full yellow. We have to spread into the north. Into the north. We have subterranean pit in Marienburg. I'm not gonna risk exposure here. This is way too much money to risk exposure. We should lower the discoverability here even further. The city is making us a lot of money. This will eventually spread. Don't have to build this. Just need Clanesh to do good here. Finish off the remaining wars here. Hero situation. I would like another assassin and 2 more warlock engineers.
Brave to approach me, head taker of Moors. Should I kill, slay you?
We should support both Quick and Ash and hopefully they don't go to war with each other. There's a third party here which could cause trouble.
High Queen Khalida.
They all like each other.
Soon.
Ashen hasn't met Quick and Quick hasn't met Ash, you know.
Bow before your king.
Oh, good. Good. So if you build the Doomsphere under the Yoke of Ages, we'll put the discoverability at 220. You can only lower it by 80 with buildings. Means you need so many heroes to do it, which is just stupid. It's not meant to be blown up. Greenskins have lost all military. They've been sandwiched by the dwarves and the Skaven at the same time. He made peace with Carcassol. Oh, we did. They can do whatever he wants here. He can do whatever he wants, we don't care about this. When they stack heroes randomly, it's always gonna get scoured. That's like just how it works. Even if you're careful, you have to be at least a little greedy with the Undercity.
Kill things.
We'll be just AFK raiding here and try to pile up points of the Lone Wolf here if it works.
Silent killer. Engineer, here. Sneak. Knows who it. We talk instead of fight kill. Chief, what?
Do not sully my presence any longer than you must.
Sully.
For the wisdom of the lair. You dare approach a lord? The hunter! Your words and heart are hollow. My hounds will gorge
Shut up.
themselves upon
Shut up,
your
we're doing you a
flesh.
favor here.
A wise choice.
Test subjects. Annihilate. Power to all things die.
We should get the greenskins here. Rebel. We'll take the city, just mess it up. We'll clear the Zubar here, make sure this area is rebellious, and then we attack Arzakarak.
Engineer.
His magic resistance will turn his physical resistance into ward save. Got evasion. 15 magical resolve is nice. But I guess a little bit more spammy. It's a pretty strong feeler. Otherwise we can get more magic resistance, which is not critical as long as we control him good on the battle. It's a strong healing, so he doesn't need it really. Put another port in Warp Lightning. But this means, you know, unless we spam Warp Lightning, it's not good at all. We are more about Plague Lord in this army. Magical reserves giving me more power for the Plague Lord is the way to go. We do hopefully gonna get eventually a Forbidden Road. Magical results is probably the best filler here. We don't only need resistance with this healing, but would be nice to have resistances too. Evasion is pretty good, and you know, if we don't take magical reserves, this area is a little bit more wasted then. But it's justified wasting skill points here for evasion, to get magical reserves. Will be easier. This is 50 more power. You can cast multiple warp lightnings with that, or have more consistent more consistent plague spells as well. Especially in an area which will not be good for magic. Of course, we should have quite a bit of knowledgeable characters, but we do not have. We should consider recruiting a couple of knowledgeable lords, if there are any available.
This is dark.
We have to keep that in mind.
Science, sorcery, death. Singe fire.
Still a ruin, wow.
Warlock engineer.
Misguided.
Quick kill. Move tails. Ashen contract approved. Rakatata.
Zuber will no doubt invite war, or somebody else will. We'll keep this indicator up. Build that wall. Okay.
Time to eat.
This is a good time to experiment so we can see the Doom rockets, because we're gonna see battles there. We'll not have that many cities, so tier 5 walls are fine. Just, you know, confirm what we already know, no doubt. Clan Nation has declared war on Red Horn Tribe and the Wood Elves at the same time. What? How do you do such a thing? How? They declare war on Torgon. They know about Torgon because somehow they have agents in the east.
Warp lightning. To Under Empire. Go, go.
Need a hero to scout there. We're not at war with them yet, but
Nasty
better
poison.
saved than sword.
Where are my schematics?
An army here.
Now, now.
We don't see what's going on here. We could definitely get surprised here.
Warpstone.
What you ask is impossible.
Secrets. Sorcerer.
Should be a safe layout.
The doom comes. To land.
High Lawmaster of Hoenn.
Fucking hell, man. More cancer.
Where's my dome racket? Unseen, unnatural.
Gladly.
Futile. Unwise.
Looks like this bugged.
Certainly not.
Serves them right.
Machines and sorcery.
There's features in this game, no bugs.
Warlock of Skryre.
So we killed the army. The hero got kicked out of the army by some kind of, you know, weird reasoning. And he got on top of the settlement glitched, and they might not even be able to click the settlement right now unless somebody wounds that hero.
This way, Wayne.
Not a first time with this bug, but it's first time in this type of situation.
Zap, zap.
You can't target the hero, and you can't target the settlement.
Absolutely not.
Well, actually check it out a bit.
Misguided.
If I must strike,
Allow me.
Ridiculous.
Don't they even test any shit in this game? This is a bug in our favor, at least. We'll see. I don't think the Lothar can click on it, but somebody else might. The fucking Teclis is coming here, so... Oh, of course somebody has to come to take these goddamn spy satellites.
Techno magic.
Yeah, I cannot click on the city. So what happened here, I used the Doom Sphere to blow up Lothar. For some reason, there was an army here. The army died, but as the city and the army died, for
Futile.
this character respawned here. And this is not a hero, this is a lord. Look at this bug here. So when we blow up the army, for some reason the character of the army, their lord, fell up through the city, and is a enemy prince hero,
Unwise.
and it's obviously a lord. Looks like we encountered a new hero, boys.
Great power. Yes, yes.
New hero, boys. A prince hero. And it bugged, so it's a lord that is bugged on top of a settlement, which is a hero, and nobody can click on the settlement. But this bug is in our favor, so I welcome it.
Warlock engineer.
Maybe the AI can still do it.
Move.
This is definitely new, but I've seen something like this before in a different situation. It's never happened with a settlement before. This bug can occur when there is an army in the city when you blow up the city. You would think they would test more about these things. We have one preemptive strike here,
Stealthy stealth.
and it should be on the capital. They have two armies here now. Attacking pillars are going to make a little bit more sense. Let's take this and then attack the capital now. Yeah, that makes more sense. This will put this army under risk, but I accept it.
your way to Baskin, and I will give you many secrets, yes? Yes?
The forest caught. If I had my way, the wild hunt would trample you into the earth. Yes.
Fighting dwarves might make clan Morse hate us.
All things fear us.
That sounds a little bit ridiculous when you say it out loud.
Skryre's greatest, best inventor. Retreat!
Zero catches the battle, but I think Glenn should be fine.
Now. Travel now!
Well, it was not. It's pretty stupid.
No malice.
11% and nothing was replenished. How is that even possible? Was it said 1%? I'm pretty sure it was 11%. 11% should just make the whole army full health again.
Warlock engineer.
Gonna show what builds I'm doing for money in the other cities depends. Sometimes just the flat income, sometimes percentage income, depending on the city. If a city is generating over 1,000 income, then the percentage income is better. If not, we just put flat income, usually just 200. Combination of flat income and food, the basic buildings. If a city is generating a lot of money, then we go extra.
What orders? Ready. Warp lightning cannon.
If results get discovered too easy, well, you might be being too greedy with it. You have 4 slots to build in Under City. You are not supposed to build 4. That's pretty much it. Unless 1 or 2 of them will be concealment, you're not supposed to build all 4. You're not even supposed to upgrade all of them. Every situation is unique, so it's about greed. Putting just 2 buildings to generate 400 income and 3 food at the cost of 2 food and 80 discoverability. It's the simplest thing to do, but it costs 8,000 gold. You would need a lot of turns to make that into profit. At 80 discoverability, the only takes 2 heroes and it'll get discovered. Greedy again. So what do you need to do? You need to remove the vision and add -40 discoverability to it, which costs even more money. And that's how it's gonna be safe over 90% of the time. You need to combine, risk with concealment buildings, accept risks, or spend even more money to hide this city even better. It's kind of like a management of the treasury thing. If you do it poorly, you will actually be losing money without even realizing, and it will be slowing down your campaign. Because the Undercity management is an extremely expensive thing. Don't just upgrade things or click things without realizing what those things are. Look at the numbers and check how many turns you need to turn a profit.
Death device is charged.
If you don't know what you're doing, you're basically just wasting money and your time. But you do get vision from it, so I guess you're getting something out of it.
Storm demon pride.
Do it right, do it basic, do it safe, and it will turn a profit. Do not build all the buildings, do not upgrade all the buildings. 40 discoverability is a safe amount. Anything over 40 the risk of getting discovered increases. For every 10 over 40, quite a bit. 60 is like acceptable, while 80 is risky.
Rattling gun.
Because sometimes 2 heroes can pass through the area, and at 80 it'll discover the city. They can also randomly switch to a scheming building and discover the city. That's why 40 is somewhat safe. They would need 2 heroes and the building. So 40 is safe, 60 is acceptable, 80 is risky. So a combination of flat income, percentage income, and or food combination with the building which lowers the scalability at the cost of vision of the area would be the best way to build under cities, to know you're not going to lose money on it. You can also just use under cities to generate high amounts of food, even at the cost of risk, so you can expand faster. That's another strategy you could do. Just keep in mind, if you're gonna go in excavation, dig tunnels to other regions, this is where the costs go crazy. So if you don't do it right, you're pretty much just going to be spending lots of money and not getting much back. I think this scalability concealment building should be upgradable through multiple tiers, and it should increase in cost quite a bit. So yes, I think there should be ways to add more ways to hide the cities at really high gold costs. Ultimately, just a management game. If you're good at management, you can definitely have some fun with it. Get quite a bit of advantage out of it. If you're bad at management, don't want to bother with it, well, you don't have to do it. But don't feel like you have to do Undercity game. It actually can hurt you more than you can gain from it. Sometimes just using it for the vision could be more than enough. And keeping it at 40 discoverability, so you don't have to bother much with it, and you still benefit from it. I don't think clan rats can actually defeat those units there. They will not be able to fire at this distance. Dwarf artillery is more resilient than any other artillery in the game, so they don't really care about getting attacked by the clan rats, especially when there are multiple of them.
Retreat!
One or two is still good for the suppressed, and they do still have good firepower. But yes, the mortars are better than the Rattling guns for this type of army. I'm actually considering occupying this city to make pendies for the dwarves. Be quite a target though. They might underestimate it quite a bit though.
Implode then! Chief Warlock,
Let's do it. Garrison will be very good here. We'll turn a big profit here, no doubt.
My technocracy.
You're just taking the heart of the Karazakarak. Upgrading this one is not worth it. It's just removed from the for a different building. Upgrading this one is fine. They're not here within a few turns. We can still fight them off, by the way. This can hold for a while.
Target.
But it's not to keep though. It's not to keep. It's just to annoy them.
How dare you?
How fast the fuck do they build the whole settlement here? What the fuck, man? Sack this to the ground.
Assassinating.
Why is this place not showing a border here? Because it's a different faction.
By the comet.
Used to be a different faction.
I will not aid you in this.
Master Engineer. Go, Skryre, go! Spray musk here. Skryre, forward.
Never.
Assassinate.
And they're all killed so many already in this campaign. So many.
Unsee, unnatural.
As you say.
What the fuck is going on with this shit?
Defender of truth.
What the fuck is this? They're winning even in last year now. Eltron.
Skryre, forward. Chief Assassin, yes.
Let this get rebelled.
Those who displease me do not.
Try to get rid of the wars in the north. My god. Just like that. Click. Done. so stupid. This settlement is making 2911. Makes it a perfect settlement to get a thieving building. Thieving building goes together with deeper tunnels, so you don't get discovered. We'll lose the vision though. Oracle Laboratory will provide other bonuses as well.
Magic missile. Read warp scroll. No malice detected.
Call Assassin Elteron.
Magic missile. Warlock of Skaven Blight. Machines and then sorcery.
Let's look at there's a lot of wars here. Building is useless here. They have not removed it yet. Must be very expensive to remove this because there's so many buildings.
Stench of others too strong. I said no.
Stop that!
Nice army here.
Unseen killer.
What the? Fucking hell, man. Stop using interns!
Mass destruction. This arms race. No. All things die. Fight later.
Just take this so you can attack the army outside. Can't let them pile up.
Set suit to war fight mode. Which kid?
We could have secured the area between the Karzakarak and Mount Gumbat. But even the warp lightning had their limits against these broken factions.
Skaven, yes, yes. Ready. Warlock Engineer!
Channeled and charged.
Warlock Engineer!
Hey, what orders?
Enemy things! Glorious warfare!
Poison with water. Escape with dead gas. Light blue catapult.
Plague priest! What orders?
Where's the helicopter?
Rattling gun! Attack charge! Skryre's wrath! Scatter! Move, run! Hit it, claw! Yes, now! Scurry, race!
Breakers don't give a shit now.
I die!
Let's make them give a shit.
Ready? Epic
What's the counter to this composition? Stroke, heart attack, asteroid, nuclear explosion. The moment we start a battle against the ambush foe, they lose half their health within 30 seconds. Even we have a lot of flyers, we have 4 Druid warlocks, which can pin flying units in the air. So we just deploy characters ahead of the army, and we're still gonna win on leadership losses.
flesh, the best medicine. Chief Warlock, Icket Claw. Kill targets now! All things fear us. Kill contraptions!
Not likely.
Skavenbright's greatest, best inventor!
We would have to occupy a lot of... We would have to clear this whole area of dwarves to actually get to Karzakarak. And hopefully the other factions can do the same thing from the other side. But
Squirt your
it's
fear
really hard to say.
You stand in presence of quake.
To war!
The other factions are not fighting them. The dwarves will still get rid of the greenskins when under pressure. Occupying this doesn't make sense right now. Because they're just recruit armies here and be too close to us. We have to clear them from the immediate area. Building walls here doesn't matter, unless it's about fighting towers and elite garrison will not do anything.
No malice.
It just slows them down, which we don't really care about.
Call me Death Master. Move tails.
This will achieve nothing.
Warlock, Master of Skryre. Warp, lightning.
This is a pretty basic settlement. Pretty basic. Invest 8,000 into this building here. This building here. Or we can just go simple with the raiding camp. I think raiding camp here is fine. Half the cost, but not as good. And it does generate a little bit, one more food. A little less money though. Just convenient, not optimal.
Warlock Engineer.
Absurd.
Certainly not. Ridiculous. Misguided.
Blast things can't stop me. Ashen contract approved. Rocketate.
Why the follow wood elves are following me around the world? What the fuck, man?
Silent killer. Yes, yes.
Did they remove the Skaven hiding thing and because under Emperor we have to go check the main menu. Just invisibly it just disappeared, this Skaven feature.
Sneak, scurry.
All the sudden now. Skaven cities used to be hidden to the AI, and they would not act on it most of the time. Now, not only they know where the cities are, but they act on it all the time. This might have been changed when they added the under cities. It's almost like they just overwritten the one of the Skaven mechanics for another. Oh, look at these two armies are rolling over, but they didn't attack the city immediately. That's their mistake. Let's go see. I think they just overwritten one of the Skaven mechanics.
I fight for the greater good.
Clan Moors triumphant, yes.
Yeah. They overwritten one of the Skaven mechanics. I think nobody even realized it's gone from the game. We find one of the old Skaven campaigns. Clear YouTube history so I don't get judged, Kappa. Now look at this, boys. Race attributes. Skaven underworld. Settlements appear to be ruins and must be scouted to reveal any Skaven presence. So this was removed from the game. Overwritten by Skaven under Empire. Establish wardens in any settlement undermining your enemy's progress or hide in plain sight while growing your own empire. It's just text here, it doesn't work anymore. They know where we are, and they just follow us all the way all around. How the fuck does Wood Elves know we are in Nagashizar? I mean, look at this shit here. Torgowan going through this tedious path to Nagashizar. Look at this. Torgowan. They were coming here, directly here. They knew we were here. Settlements appear to be ruins and must be scouted to reveal any Skaven presence. If you watch this campaign in particular, this is the Clan Moors part 1. You can actually see that this hidden mechanic works. But this seems to have been overwritten by this, and it no longer works. Hide in plain sight while growing your empire. What's this, make-believe?
I am Tyrion.
No one controls.
This doesn't work anymore. And this just confirms it. This thing just confirms it. This is the proof. And this is not the only one. I've been seeing this in the last couple of Skaven campaigns. The Skaven are no longer hidden to the AI. They know where you are, and they see you. I'm not talking about ambush stands. I'm talking about your settlements. The Skaven Blight and the Hell Pit are just bad design, because they are visible to anybody. So they're not really Skaven cities. But the rest of the settlements should be hidden. But the AI knows what the settlements are. No longer hidden. Which means they just beeline for you. Not even need scouting like before. So the Skaven being hidden, it doesn't work anymore. It's only for the player, Eldacarino. Not for the AI, only for the player. The AI cities are still well hidden. Except Skavenblight and Hellpit, which for some reason are not hidden, for fuck's sake. Consistency, anyone, right? So you used to have hidden cities, and the AI would actually have to find the cities before they could act on it. So for example, and I keep skipping this from experience, I've played many Skryre campaigns. So for example, for them to find Grand Massif, they would have to at least discover it with a hero before, and then they could go for it to attack it. It almost looks like they removed it just to make the game more difficult, and or Skaven, you know, less of a, you know, survival staying power to annoy other factions. So no longer they send a hero to discover the city, because instead they know where the city is, and they can just go there and immediately attack. Skavenblight and Clan and Hellpit are unique because they're not hidden. I don't know why, just an oversight in design. But all the cities used to be hidden, and they used to have to scout to find the cities. The AI used to have to send a hero to see if it's a ruin or Skaven. Now they don't have to do it anymore. The last couple of Skaven campaigns have proved it doesn't work anymore. So they either change something with the Skaven hiding, or made the AI know where the player settlements are, even for the Skaven. And this just confirms it here. The AI should never send heroes here. Never. If the Skaven is here. But they send hero here, knowing where the player is here, and they harass my settlement, assault garrison. Look at this, Torgovan, Nagashizar. So this no longer works for the player. For the AI, it still works. It may be there's something just broke. Because look at this. We're not allied with the Clan Moors. We used to be allied, but we are no longer allied. And we see every single one of their cities. The alliance was broken, and we still see every single one of the cities. How this should work, all the cities should disappear eventually because we are no longer allied. So this Clan Moors visibility clearly confirms it's broken. Even for the AI in this case. I mean, they keep expanding and we keep seeing their cities. We're not allied with them. We used to be, but not anymore. They're taking Karakate Peaks recently and we see them there. We're not allied. Maybe they can, Rosapine, maybe they can. I don't remember about this one in particular. Maybe other factions can see them. Maybe it's true for the Skaven on Skaven, Rosapine. I might not be 100% right about this. But it's clear that the vision does not work anymore. I mean, Woodale's coming here. This is just stupid. So other Skaven can see Skaven, that okay, that's fine. That's fine then. I was not sure about that one. But this is a very remote part of the world. This is some of the roughest. This place is supposed to be a labyrinth of hell. Countless pathways million of undead AFKing. This is like the Frozen Throne. You don't go here unless you have bed writers and send Sylvanas to wreck up shit. You don't go here. And they just, you know, let's send we isolationists from the Utter Lord. Let's send a spy here. We know the player city is here. We're gonna scout here.
Assassinating.
I will not blight my soul.
Assassinate. Warlock, master of Skryre. This rat is no.
Now they started assault garrisoning, I'm pretty sure, immediately. About 90% sure. Maybe somebody paid attention first. I was in shock seeing Torgwin there, so I didn't pay attention. So I was just in shock there.
Warlock of Skaven blood.
Oh, nice. They don't have the same portraits. Very nice.
Hide, then kill.
Are the Woodles elevated other Skaven? No, they're actually at war.
Welcomes you beneath its bow.
And the reason they're at war with Clan Nation is because Clan Nation spotted their heroes harassing them, and they declared war on Torgwin and declared war on Wood Elves. Because they followed the player to the east. That's the only reason why they're at war with each other. Okay, so this is a workaround for the bug, huh? Okay, there is a workaround. There is a workaround. If you do it from Fog of War.
War blades upgraded.
Impossible.
At least there is a workaround. Thank God. But the AI will not be able to do it. You stupid AI! You see this? Fucked!
I say move.
Holy shit, man. What the fuck? How many dwarves are there? Numero uno, huh? The moment we declare war. All of a sudden rank 1. Lose Scar as a character. Not lose strength, but actually gain more strength. Because we, you know, we have 3D printers. There is a bug, we blown up Lothern and had an army inside the city. Somebody clip this, starting from now. So, I put a Doomsphere under Lothern. The city exploded, and there was an army inside the city. When city exploded and army was destroyed, on top of the settlement, a new type of hero spawned. Prince Hero. This is clearly a lord, just got bugged through the explosion, and he's stuck on top of the settlement. If you see him and you send something here, you cannot target him or the settlement. But if you go from Fog of War, you can target him. You can click on it. But if you go into Fog of War and you don't see this, you can target him, target the settlement. So right now, my theory is they cannot target settlement, so they cannot reset Lothern. It got bugged. So a bug in our favor. We could still take the city later if we click on the city from Fog of War. So you can see here, there is a Prince Hero here. Prince is a lord. It just got bugged here. It's a Doomsphere bug.
Contract approved. I have no time for this.
How many armies did they send here, these bastards?
Ready.
Fucking hell, man.
Chief Warlock, Icket Claw.
Just last turn, nobody was here. How they went from being like rank 3, losing capital, and all of a sudden being rank 1? Because of Confederate Zubar, but Zubar might have had arms on the other side.
Not the Eshin.
The dwarves outnumber us 8 times.
Science, sorcery, death.
Why didn't they attack the place? We could have totally fucked us up here. That's the weirdest thing.
Who's in on death?
The dwarves are broken right now. Something broke with their economy and the recruitment. We actually seen in one of the campaigns they had over 20 armies. On the campaign map, we counted. I'm gonna wanna fire for the Giselles. Won't see them here because they can be behind this hill as they approach. You know me, guys, I don't use the word broken lightly. But dwarves are currently broken. I'll deploy here, we have a good range. It's another thing, overtuning Reichland to get ridiculous balance of power and out-resolve through means of getting veterancy technologies to counter every single faction in the game, and the fact they confederate to become super strong, and a completely another thing to break somewhere in design where they're not even supposed to be this strong and they get stronger. If we had a campaign, the dwarves rank 1 had more armies than combined rank 2 and rank 3, who had more than double the settlements of the dwarves. Double. Dwarves were the faction who should have the least armies in the game. There should be a brutal way to unlock dwarf armies, you know, but let's not go into that. They should be outnumbered by every single faction in the game. They have the most armies in the game of all factions. Dwarf minor factions challenge most evil factions. Zuvbar outnumbers the Vampire Cunts 3 times. Pretty much all the time. The dwarf minor factions already are too much for the most factions. Let alone Karazakarak.
Get me things! Poisoned wind mortar! Council's command! Rattling gun!
It's quite a bit of flyers there.
Rattling gun!
Should keep this one in the back for poison.
Warp lightning cannon! Skaven, yes, yes! Poisoned wind mortar! Law of pestilence! Skaven stand! Quick blast! Quick bow! My blast! Lasting death fade! Epic claw! War of Valentine! Cannoneer! Absolute death! Kill, yes!
AoE can move flying unit. Two.
Activated charge! Rattling gun! Wicked claw! Wicked claw! Yes, yes! Kill sequence!
28 seconds. We can make everybody in this radius not move if they're flyers. And I can do it on 4 characters.
Wicked claw! Scuttle! Storm demon drive! Rattling gun! Take that! Wicked claw! As planned! Die! Wicked claw! Warlock of death!
We shouldn't let them get close so we haven't killed enough.
Wicked claw! Warp lightning! Wicked claw!
I'm sure Simon Church.
Spoil! Chief Warlock, Wicked Claw!
The garrison is messing up with auto resolve here. We have to go into battle here.
This arms race?
Well, we take some damage guaranteed because the machines in the second army. I've seen that before. I've seen that before.
Warplock yourselves! Poison winged mortar!
Quick mode!
Death disruption! Cheek warlock, Icket Claw! Where are my schematics?
Failed to ambush the High King. He must have defeated Skarsnik. So I have the backup plan.
Send suit to war, fight! More systems on! Ready, ready! Ready! I'm now ready. What orders? Scatter! Remove planes! Faster, Skryre! Scamper! Make it claw!
For power.
Law of pestilence. Skryre's wrath. Warpstone magic. Feel the wind. Make it claw. Land rats. Vermintide come. Scotty, race! Time to die!
Die, you scumbags, broken shit! Didn't drop in the left, it dropped in the middle!
Make it claw! Run!
Whoever launched that nuke is gonna get fired.
Finally! Infernal weapon! Blind rats! Chief Warlock, Icket Claw. Storm Demon. Close in. Warlock Engineer! Stephen, yes! I'll tail yours! For the vermin's hide! Burn them! Yes, yes!
One survivor. God damn it.
Progress, yes. Chief Warlock, Icket.
This guy is in front of the king. He's gonna protect the king there.
More warpstone! Now, now! Stink of betrayal strong. What's your back tail?
It's the 3 armies they had here. 2 are here and some are here. So they can't have that much more.
Master engineer.
Not really.
No malice.
You wanna hit the funny thing? Have a max reload on the rattling guns. And I don't even have their rattling coolant in a workshop. I don't even have this.
Knows who it. Thief in the night. I say move. Where are my schematics? Tinker.
Only fires multiple projectiles there. How's it gonna work if he already has it?
No devastation. Like
Probably one of the
Indians'
worst items in the
devastation.
game.
Yes.
Rare items in the game. So he fires additional projectile from 3 to 4. This Doomwheel is quite annoying, huh? The badges just basically double it. This is a really crazy doom wheel, get claw. Really crazy doom wheel.
This is not in the Damaskron.
We're gonna probably get overwhelmed by the dwarves here. There's so many of them, it's just ridiculous.
Horned One's realm weakens.
This way. Sneak, Skryre.
Science, sorcery, death. Scamper, Skryre. Move tails. Hide away. Packs shall move. Skavenbright's greatest, best inventor. Rocketator! I order Skryre all bridge intact. Warp bridge intact.
Like Brice on the second spot.
Malice Darkblade.
He doesn't have anything to do here in the east, he's just moving around.
Treaty deal, you say? No!
What you want?
This they have Black Rock as the last settlement.
The Queen of Tides! You don't scare me.
High Queen Khalida.
It done so much damage to Karak Azul, yet she doesn't care at all. It's weird.
Plan needs new, better rulers.
Never.
There. We're gonna get confederated now anyways.
The mighty Deepwood welcomes you beneath its bower. I will not.
Ryan and I share the same enemies.
Silent killer, yes, kill the scouts. Clan etching, assassinating.
The Empire.
Mighty clan etching. Harness the power. can't stop me. Sneak, Skryre.
Sneaky infiltrator. Night runner.
No good bear would do this.
These guys new here.
You come bearing arms.
Finishing off the greenskins.
Where shadow, horned rat.
We can't target him, Kobe. Can't target him.
Rats are not content. Call me Death Master.
This rat is no malice. Knows who it.
Skirmish mode should be off by default. There are only some situations when the skirmish is good. Especially if it's like 1-on-1 and you have better speed than the enemy, then you can leave the skirmish on as you give the attack order on the unit. Like Gatananan, for example, versus any other slower infantry. I keep skirmish mode off by default. That's a good expansion point there.
At your service. Speak briefly, then remove your I think not.
Silent killer. That's good. Something to kill in.
I will not disgrace my ancestors. No.
Ashen contract approved. Scamper Skryre.
Be gone.
Seek target.
Looks like they're going around. Round and around and around.
You're in my objects. Blast wars.
Don't think so.
Make things dead. I, Bishop of Decay.
Failed ambush, huh? We have to attack this settlement anyways after. I click on the settlement now. The guy was in the settlement. It looked like he's at the side. He's in the settlement, not failed ambush. Yeah, that's right.
Send suit to war.
He's bounce power, man. Hey, Cowbag. It's a nice right side here.
Ready.
Deploying armies like this, you want the ground to be even in front of you,
Warp lightning cannon.
so you don't lose any potential line of fire as they're approaching you and they're inside your range. It's not possible to do on every battlefield though. It's possible to have this long range, even ground. Catapults don't care about terrain, while the warfighting Jezzails, especially Jezzails, do. Mortars don't care about terrain either. Good in end terrain. Mainly for Jezzails and warfighting cannons.
Magic's ready. Warp lightning. Warlock Jezzails. Wicked Claw. Wheel to wins. Wicked Claw. Storm Demon. Now. Scamper.
Those guns actually do quite a bit of damage there. They've gotten the range closer. Downhill, so the shots could actually hit our guys in the back here. Shots are going very low here. Yep, and they're getting it hit in the back. His shots is going up, slightly up in, into the character, but if they're on the hill, they're aiming lower. So you're hitting your guys in the back without obstruction. I got a high ground, I can shoot my guys in the back. Of course, Ikit the Doom Wheel is amazing. Should not be on anything else. His Doom Wheel is actually stronger than the other Doom Wheels, and you can buff him with perfect vigor and other stuff. Ikit's role in the army is harassment and doing damage. How can he do that without a Doom Wheel?
Chief Warlock, Ikit Claw!
I have no time for this.
Knows who it... Ikit Claw!
The Wolves lost 5 armies in 4 turns. You know, I'm just coming out as a character now.
Call me Death Master. Your contract is taken.
Good ambusher, now we need Taskmaster.
Stamper, march, spray, must. No malice.
This one is a lot of experience.
Many kills today. Unlock the gates.
At least we should get him immortal before we consider sending him on proper missions.
As it rules the night.
Emir has 3 settlements here. They are not fighting anybody in this area. Not even Bretonians. Eventually Clan Morris will declare war on dwarves, especially if we weaken them enough. Karakazul still has 2 settlements here. We're gonna get confederated dwarves losing, you know, their 10 plus army status. Can only go for Goombat, so they can pretty much spam army on us from Bloody Reveille and the Repeaks, unless they get attacked somewhere else. Look at all these heroes here. 3 actions per turn. Oh, nice.
My will be.
Setter is attacking Hamri. God damn, what the hell, quick.
Unlikely.
Let's get rid of this guy. I can't stand the Toroguman agent in a fucking Nagashizar. Thank you very much.
Something to kill.
No grudge bearer would do this. Dokek.
And we are invested here. Invested for sure.
Lower your muzzle and bask in glow of my brilliance, thing. I'm right.
Lost some armies to hammer him.
Soon.
Also recovering like nothing happened.
I am the blood of Gilles.
Let's go on fighting high elves.
Sneaked ready.
Shame they are at war with the wood elves. I can't invite them to war against dwarves.
You are here. We are here. Yes. Speak then. Yes, yes.
Now.
No expansion from Marienburg.
Harness the power. Bring it down. Ready. This rat is no. Kill things.
Those who displease me do not live to
She wants to just fight us and Sartosa here. Doesn't look like they have a future here.
Never.
Don't really look like it.
Come! The beauty of Athelloren is seldom seen by outsiders.
Why did they have to go to war with goddamn Dalsin? It's got because Torgon went to Nagashizar.
My path.
High Queen Khalida. What would you have of me? No.
Sadenberg is actually doing good here. Why didn't doing good? Oh shit, we have technology like the Empire. We can just auto-resolve, win every single battle. Much about the clan wars here.
Big on.
For Ashen. Sneak in, open gates.
You cannot ask this of me. You what?
The tier 4 here.
I am a rune lord, not some smith.
Those dwarves, man. Those dwarves.
Clan Skryre! Destroy! Which kid? Scamper scabby! No devastation like it is.
There's gonna be endless waves of dwarves here unless we get another army here, but and I don't want to get another army here. I don't want to fight the endless waves of dwarves here. They're just gonna take over everything otherwise.
What's your back tail? Ashen contract approved. I order Skryre move. Unlock the gates. Yes, yes. Knows who it is. Wicked Claw has Greater kill.
His armies are here because the wood elves.
They die.
Nobody even gonna make a move here.
Warlock of Skaven Blight. No malice detected. Machines and sorcery. So this rat is knows who it.
No!
Guess we are stuck here. We need to get rid of them. Eventually somebody's gonna join this fight.
Victory. Magic's energies.
See if they make a move here.
One good ear, yes, but I still.
Occasional 3 armies of dwarves just threatening Karazakharok.
Grave news, my lord. Word is spreading across the land of a dark power rising in the northern wastes. The armies of chaos are on the move.
Chaos!
They surely plan to invade the world of mortals once again. Prepare your defenses well, for the forces of chaos spare no one in their quest for bloodshed.
Engineer Skryre. Nasty poison. Night runner.
Stop that! More warpstone!
Exactly, Kyrgyz. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. They're trying to retake Karzakarak here, huh? No towers yet. The garrison is not even full strength yet.
Skavenbright's greatest, best inventor!
Should just put the army here.
You what?
We'll see what they do here. We might need to just leave the area.
Kill. Diabolic.
It's gonna take a while to get rid of them.
Call me Death Master. Kill.
This guy's Valaya. Yeah.
Where's my phone racket? Turn around the walls. I am brave, dear. Sorcerer, inventor.
Was the plague here? Might as well spread the plague while they're recruiting. Might help. Who knows?
Clan Ashen assassin.
One of these heroes probably gonna get killed.
Murder job. Skryre, forward. This way.
Dwarves just don't have enough pressure here, so they can do whatever they want.
Death missing.
Wow, 11% chance Eltron succeeds. Damn.
I refuse.
Damn, son. So this is the first turn of Rise of Chaos. They raised it. Okay. I'm vaping now, I'm just drinking water. I have a new water bottle.
Many inventions I have to kill you.
10 towns for peace treaty. But they can towns a little bit more aggressive now with this economy.
Not possible. Not likely. Do you take me for a wazzock? I will not disgrace my ancestors.
Lex tails, move. Sneak, Skryre.
Stop that!
Sneaky infiltrator. Rocketator.
Fellow Skaven, yes. What word from the underway?
And they had to be involved with the Taliesin, it's so stupid. The Nagashizar was harassed by Torgovan, and somehow they declared war on the elves. You should not even supposed to have contact with the elves. You might focus too much on the Wood Elves, and the Wood Elves are a buffer here against everybody else. You guys have no chance to win. On Morse. No chance.
Me! Blast wars! Skryre is best. Silent killer, yes. Miss Camper Scurry. Sorcerer inventor, yes.
No, I will not shame my clan.
At least we can work coordinate with the elves. We cannot sign an alliance because of clanation.
Plague priest. Master engineer. Yes. Zap. Kill for Skryre.
This one is not good here. We have the extra penalty here.
This warlock.
Why do the artillery take damage against dwarves? What the fuck is this stupid shit? We obliterate these units before they ever get close. I can just start battle, go AFK, they'll be routed in 30 seconds. Triple speed.
Get them! Warlock of Skaven Blight. No malice. Errands to prove his worth. Essin's paw. Yes, unlock again. Fight. Good. And the next Death Master. You slow things and make them slower.
50-50 no matter what we do. What we do. Sun is making a nice amount of food here. I don't think we can save Karak here. Don't have enough movement. They're sending way too many armies.
This arms race.
We can be on the defensive here, but might get actually good terrain. Dwarf armies are slow, so we can still blow them up. I just don't like this terrain for Gisele's long range. If we have to fight against two armies in defense. tree, so...
Kill contraptions at hand! Yes! Rattling gun! Move tail! Onwards! Picket claw! Scamper!
What if I fire through the rocks here? We have a invisible wall here. Are definitely wasting some shots here.
Ready.
Survived on. Not happy with that. We'll go on the different sides. Still 5 more armies coming, and the Karazgharok is under siege.
Eat and prepare to heal.
Should affect single entities as well. There's no reason why he should not heal from this. It works with green skins.
Chief Warlock, Icket Claw.
I am a rune lord, not some smith.
Engineer.
Looks like we're just out of movement.
Warp power.
Ooh, that was like, look at it exactly now, 0% left. Free movement when we clear the army helps. Bit of luck here.
Where are my schematics?
This is not an ambush, you will retreat.
Test weapon. Close in.
I'm gonna have to take their cities eventually because they're just spamming like crazy. Let's try this side this time. The thing is, we can destroy all their armies and we will not even put a dent in them. They can probably recruit 40 units per turn. Tell me how stupid is that shit.
Worthy of Skryre.
I don't think one army can actually make a dent. You can just hold maybe like 2 provinces. We'll see.
What a valentine! Storm demon primed. Casting death. Hey!
Using slow from the runesmith.
Run! Go! Scatter! Warpstone magic!
Occasional 95% damage reduction. From Belagar. ETA on the mouse campaign now. What the fuck is this speed, man? Since when they have 60 speed? They're dead. It's the Gataranus, the fastest infantry.
Spoils pay for destruction. Chief Warlock, Wicked Claw. Scurry spawn fools.
Stop that. You know who I am.
Probably gonna get wrecked here before it gets fortified. I think people got used to the old ones, so you know, change. Nobody likes change.
Make this quick, fast.
Some change, you know, looks better straightforward immediately, but familiar, the stuff you get used to when it gets changed, you know.
To battle!
Looks like they were going towards Karazakarak as well.
Overrun them! Sam kills for Skryre.
That's a Dwarven army. Don't have as good firepower here as in the other one, but should still be more than enough for them. Just need to make sure the Giselles have clear line of fire.
Look, Giselles! Now, ready, now! Warlock Master! Guide us, Horn One.
Probably best on to this side here. Thank you, Touch McCream. You too. Start with some poison here. I like the slayers here. Don't really have artillery in good range here. Just drive around here.
Quick, go! Back moving! Go, going! Over here! Here! That one. Drag back. Smaller moves! Like things dead! Rattling gun!
They're poisoned with water! For the vermin time!
I'll tail yours! Yes, yes, yes! Agree! Rattling gun! We obey! Back underground! Linguistic! I know!
Still good here. About to break. Let's get close. Come on, guys.
Yes, now! Move! Spread poison with mortar!
There's a better end to get rid of him again. Ooh, that was directly there. We're marching right, we don't have to do anything here. Close victory, man. Wow. We lost 3 more raids here. No, that would be a pretty victory here. It's a heroic victory here, what else? What's the rationale behind 2 rattling gunners? Suppression. Suppressed fire. They're basically in the front line to frontline firepower that causes enemies, slow the enemies down. And together with all the debuffs, they get really slow. So they get closer. Of course, it has to be ideal terrain for them, though. For them to be that effective on that.
More, alive!
When they fire, they slow down the enemy with a suppression debuff. Victory results just glitched. I know the pretty much every battle by heart what gonna be the victory results here. When you do tens of thousands of battles, 50,000 battles. Who knows anymore?
The next Death Master.
So the rattling guns have suppressed. Minus 36% speed. Goes well with Plague Rash and Poison. So you can cripple a unit for moving. Some food here.
I will not.
My orders, slay no first.
Got a pretty good army here.
Those who displease me.
If the walls glitch, it might be a problem.
Warp, lightning.
By the comet.
Go, Skryre, go!
Every turn after like turn 2 or 3 there's a chance on damage on the buildings. If the core gets damaged, it disappears, the walls disappear. Top 5 Doomsticks. Top 5 Doomsticks. Well, I do like versatile Doomsticks. So you know the usual. You can just pick the usual. You know, dwarf combination of strong frontline and firepower. One of the most versatile armies in the game. Same thing with the high elves, Phoenix Guard, healing, Scissor of Auron, Star Dragons. Those are the most versatile armies in the game. If you've seen my Tyrion campaign, the auto resolve happening with those armies on the island. really hard to raid them. It's like this army is pretty powerful. How do you raid this against a stack full of Necrophix Colossi? I still think that the dwarf or the high elf army is more reliable on the versatile doomstack combination of frontline and range. Nothing really beats those armies. High elves and the dwarves have some of the most versatile doomstacks in the game.
I will not.
Skavenbright's greatest, best invention.
The rest is not really doesn't really matter. We don't know what kidney cast plague with this army. Let's look at a little bit more damage here.
I am the High King.
The Wars have lost so many armies, and yet they barely changing in military strength.
Is it time?
Local front's getting more and powerful every turn. Oh, look at this, another army came out of nowhere.
Lord, not some smith.
Exosuit ready.
No grudge bearer would do this.
Attack! Attack!
Didn't really cancel this, it was a mistake. I was not sure we would actually go here. Yes, in hindsight.
Storm!
This is not in the.
There was no guarantee we had movement here. It was exactly enough. Got a little bit of boost here.
Clan needs new, better rulers. Master assassin.
9.
Just like that, 2 armies poof. 2 armies poof.
The forest calls.
God damn, why the hell do we have war with Clan Ashen?
Who bothers Quick?
Looks like Quick is crumbling.
Right now.
Might recover.
All things fear us. Sneak, Skryre. Ashen contract approved. I order, Skryre, move.
Fucking hell, man.
I have no time for
They just
this.
keep adding lords here and recruiting here. Like nothing is happening.
Ashen assassin in. Night runner. I say move. Silent assassin, unlock gates.
This is obnoxious. Look at this shit. Like nothing is happening. We haven't just lost 7 armies in 6 turns. We haven't lost capital here. There's actually more here. There's another lord here recruiting as well.
More wallstone. Now, now! Yes, yes!
How dare you?
Warlock of Skaven Blight. Carnaging, assassinating. It's a cantrip, the assassin. Instead of fight, kill, yes?
I don't even want to go to Nagarite, because if I see Dark Elves dead again, I'm taking a break from the game. What? That was a misclick, god damn it. God damn it, tilted. Can break it in 10 turns, but they're not gonna be happy about it.
Sorcerer, inventor, yes, yes. To land.
You idiots! The city is bugged! The city is bugged, you will not get it!
Warlock engineer. Bastard assassin. Thick, bring pain.
We activated Doomsphere, and that was an army when in the city when Doomsphere went off. It destroyed the city and the army, but when the army got destroyed, Lord bugged and became a hero. So they have a hero prince that you cannot click on, and he's on top of the settlement. We as the player can click on the settlement if it's in fog of war, but the moment we see it, we cannot click it because the hero is on top of it, which nobody can click on.
Engineer of Skryre.
Saying that out loud. Is anybody even fighting these bastards? Might as well do this now as well. Oh, they reject. They reject. Almost Alliance is not convenient, but it's not bad either. But I didn't want to really ally with them. I wanted to just keep the defensive alliance.
I left
You have 18 settlements, huh?
Under Empire. This way, wait. Ready to kill. Not welcome. This rat is no.
Should be a extremely rare follower, but they drop higher than any other follower in the game for this Skaven. Makes Plague Priest and Ancient Sorcerer capacity almost broken.
North. What happened?
Fog of pestilence.
Call Mimi, Death Master.
Mimi.
Assassin.
Yeah, they left the city. I guess they want us. They don't want to get overrun Karazakara because they lost some armies.
When Loic dances, so shall I.
See you guys later.